everybody. This is Sports Universal. I'm Ty.
I'm Steven.
And if you've noticed, we've been out of this for a while. And to be brutally honest, the reason that's been is because we weren't able to be consistent with our scheduling. We were dealing with school, work, and everything else that life brings us. But now we're going to give it our best shot again. The only thing we have to worry about is work, and we're going to try to keep that as consistent as possible. But I hope you stick along for the ride.
But we are back, and it is a playoff time, and it is wild card teams that we'll be talking about today. So, as you guys know, wild card teams are teams that don't get a bye week like normal, like division winners. And teams that are trying to stay alive and beat those wild card teams. Well, in the NFC, you got the Vikings and you got the Seahawks. Seahawks sitting at 8-5, while the Vikings are sitting at 6-1. Then you got the Panthers, who are 6-7. So they're out by. They got to win. The Vikings got to lose, and they'll take that spot. But then you got the Eagles and you got the Redskins, who are also at 6-7.
Yeah.
So those three teams, how are they going to make it? This is how we're about to explain. So the Eagles, first of all, they've got to be able to get in the playoffs. They got to start putting some wins together. They got to get their offense together.
Problem is, especially at the time of this video, next week they have to face the Los Angeles Rams. And the recent update of Carson Wentz being out with that hip injury, I believe, that basically is going to put a chokehold on their offense. They have Nick Foles, yes, but when you're facing that LA defense, it's not going to look good. So, if anything, the defense is going to keep them alive, not the offense.
I mean, you have to look at it like this. Okay, it's been a while since Nick. It's been like, he started the season, Nick Foles did, because of Carson Wentz injuries. But the game he's playing in is probably going to be the toughest game he's played in a long time, other than the Super Bowl. But the thing is that's not the game you want to start in. To come back and start against the LA Rams defense. They got one of the most strong defenses, and then their offense is just it's awesome. It's phenomenal. It puts up a lot of points. And the Eagles just don't have at all the best defense, or their offense is not the best. And then losing their star quarterback, who has struggled this season, maybe Nick Foles is going to play better, but I just don't think they can beat the Rams. It's just too much. Going to be too much for Nick Foles for his first start in a couple weeks.
The other key point is throughout the season, the Eagles have been ridden with injuries all throughout their defense, so that's been killing them. So to sum up the Eagles' chances, I say they ultimately fall in the division simply because the injuries are overwhelming and it's gonna knock them out.
Well, then you got the Panthers. Okay, well the Panthers, yes, they're good. They're an all right team. They haven't been good this season, which I don't really see why. But I think with the youth and stuff, I thought they were going to be a talented team that's going to be able to win. But the thing is especially after the loss to the Browns, I just don't think, Cam Newton, Christian McCaffrey, I just don't think they have the power on offense to move on and beat the next couple teams they play and get a wild card spot. Because, yes, the Vikings are not doing great as well, but the thing about the Vikings is they still have the momentum of having that wild card spot in what they're fighting for. So it's going to be real hard for the Panthers to knock off a team and get the wild card spot,
On a side note, I actually think the Panthers have a chance to actually make the wild card spot. Only reason why, because I really don't trust the Vikings myself. I don't see the offense as truly as threatening as it should be. Yeah, they have Kirk Cousins, Allen Thielen, Stephon Diggs, all of them, but I'm still on the Kirk Cousins band train. Overpaid quarterback, in my opinion. But I think Christian McCaffrey and Cam Newton can really be a devastating force together just to move that rock. But that's my personal take. I'm not a Vikings. I'm not hooked on the Vikings yet.
See, someone like, I think firing their offensive coordinator, I don't know who's going to be intern for that. Maybe that's what they need, but, it's going to be tough for whatever team. Now you got the Redskins, and this is a crazy story, from leading their division in the NFC East to losing Alex Smith and then Colt McCoy, and then you got to rely on Mark Sanchez, who's not been a viable quarterback since he played in New York those guys, and he took them to the playoffs years and years in NFC Championship games. But now he's washed up, and there's not a lot there. He got replaced by Josh Johnson in the last game, who they signed from the CFL, who was the first overall pick in the CFL, who played better than Mark Sanchez. But I do not think, even with all the talent on that offense, I just don't think there's enough in Josh Johnson be able to take the Redskins to the playoff.
Yeah, to wrap up the Redskins, it's simply too many injuries. There's no way Mark Sanchez can have enough exposure with that team to fully understand the playbook. The only thing that's going to keep them alive, hopefully, is that defense. That's the only thing that has been mainly keeping them alive. So, yeah, that's basically sums up the Redskins.
The thing is about the Redskins defense is, first of all, they're third in rushing defense.
Yes.
So, but their passing defense ain't good. See, you watch the Giants versus Redskins game, and they got just tore up in every aspect of the game. It wasn't just that defense that's supposed to be good on rushing got plowed over, and there's nothing they can do. They had to sit there and they had to watch because they could not stop. Giants blew them out, and the Giants, crazy to think, if they win, the Redskins or the Eagles lose, they move up a spot in the division when they were just not everybody thought they'd be eliminated. So don't give up on the Giants just yet because it's not over yet.
On that trend of the Redskins defense, I'd rather have a run defense than no defense at all.
I got you on that one, but I didn't say any defense against the Giants. But
there was none there.
So now we got the AFC. Here we go.
Starting off on?
Okay, so in the AFC, of course, you got the Chargers, which are 10-3. So they're probably going to get that wild card spot. The other teams that are below them are 7-6. So for the Chargers to lose that, they have to lose their next 3 games, which is probably not going to happen. And then the wild card teams would have to win all 3 games to push them out, but it's probably not going to happen. But the thing is it could happen. I mean, anything's possible. It's like the Browns making the playoffs.
Side note for the Browns in the playoffs, statistically, there still is a chance that they can make it. It would just have to basically mean every team in the AFC would have to lose their next 3 games. But there's a chance statistically.
That's true. And then you got the Ravens. Okay, this is an interesting story. Okay, so a couple weeks ago when Joe Flacco was playing, they couldn't get done. Right now, Lamar Jackson, even though they lost against the Chiefs, was a great game. It's a hell of a game.
Most teams lose to the Chiefs this year.
Yeah, most teams get blown out by the Chiefs. Lamar Jackson took it to overtime, and he's 4-1 as a starter. So I mean, and of course, in benching Joe Flacco, I think that's a good move to build around the youth and the speed and the talent of that man. So now you got the Colts, the Dolphins, the Titans, who all sit at 7-6. So the crazy thing about this is it's anybody's game. If the Ravens lose and one of these teams win,
it's open for
then it's open, man, because it's open till last week. The Ravens have got to put some wins together, and then the other teams have got to lose. Because if the Ravens drop off this week, and Miami, Tennessee somehow get a win, and Indianapolis is one of the hottest teams in the league at the moment. So if they upset the Cowboys, it's pretty likely because the Cowboys are not that good at away. They're 2-4 away. So it could happen with how hot they are. And then Baltimore could lose.
And what I would say, if Baltimore wants to keep winning, I say let Lamar Jackson keep doing what he's doing. Yes, he's not passing that well. He's running the ball. He's getting yards. He's getting touchdowns. Keep it going. If you're a Ravens fan, that's what you want for a Ravens victory.
Like, for real, though, the thing is Lamar Jackson is going to do what he's good at, and that's running the ball. He's not a bad passer. He threw his first touchdown pass against the Chiefs, which is impressive, but he has those legs, and he's probably the fastest quarterback in the league for a reason, man. So you have to build that offense around him. And in these next couple games to make it to the playoffs, they have a chance to upset the Steelers. The Steelers haven't won the division by any means. Steelers lose, the Ravens win, they go up. Steelers drop to the wild card. They drop out. And the Colts, Dolphins, or Titans, with any 3 of those teams winning, it's anyone's game in the AFC. The Chargers, they're probably gone. They probably got a spot. But not the Ravens yet. They're there, but they're not.
They have a chance, just like many teams in the AFC, but it all depends. Is basically one win, one loss. It could shake the whole entire AFC playoff picture.
But now this is if you're a Ravens fan, this is where you're going to see is Lamar Jackson. He knows what's on the line. He's a smart guy. He probably has seen the standings. He knows what's going on. So he's going to have to play some of his best football. He's going to have to get some wins. He's going to drive the offense down the field like he did against the Chiefs. He's going to get every team he's played against so far. Yeah. He's been a hell of a quarterback so far. 4-1. Now it's about winning the ball games, getting the Ravens to the to the playoffs, man. Whether they win the division or they just go in as a wild card team.
Okay, shift gears. How do you think? What do you think it's going to take for the Dolphins to make playoffs?
To get the Dolphins to the playoffs, and it's to say the least. They got the luckiest win that you can. It's a win. It's crazy to think how they won.
And if you're not sure what we're talking about, just simply look up the Miami Miracle. It was basically the Miami Dolphins playing against the Patriots with 7 seconds left, uttering the ball 3 times.
And then the last guy outrunning Gronk, because Gronk's on the Hail Mary for some reason to tip the ball down. I don't get it, but
to move past that, I say basically if the Dolphins want to keep their playoff picture alive, Ryan Tannehill's got to keep on coming clutch. The defense has to hold on stable as it has been, and just it's got to work on all two. The offense has got to work together as fun. Sorry, I'm bad. Simply, Ryan Tannehill has to work good. He has to use Kenny Stills, Kenyon Drake. He has to use them all to his ability, and the defense has to hold strong like it has been in this season.
Something I just think about the Dolphins, and I've never had faith in Miami. It's like they made the playoffs last year, but they got wrecked. And I just do not think Miami is a good team. I think they got very lucky, and credit to the team for not giving up. But no, Miami, in my opinion, I'm going to say it right now, Miami's gone, Tennessee's gone, it's Indy, and it's Baltimore. And I think Indianapolis is going to take the wild card spot, but it is Baltimore and Indianapolis for the wild card. And so my predictions, I'm going to predict it right now. I'm going to say the Chargers, the Colts, the Seahawks, and the Eagles.
Seahawks, Eagles.
That is my prediction for the wild card teams that are not division winners.
That sounds like a pretty realistic expectation for this playoff picture. It will be interesting to see how things play out. And I hope you have enjoyed how we think at least about these wild card teams. We try to at least be somewhat factual and have an idea for why these are winning. And, we're just trying our best to have fun, enjoying the game that we love to play.
All right, you guys. And as always, thank you for watching. Please share, subscribe, comment, whatever you think. You hate it, you hate us, tell us you hate us. Like us, you love what we thought, whatever. Thank you guys. And as always, this is Sports Universal. He's Ty, and I'm Steven. Have a great night, you guys, and a great Merry Christmas.